few thank yous, and then a video and a 4-minute speech. So my thank yous are first to Bonnie Wolf for suggesting Lindsay interview me and getting me an interview in Hartman, where I was serendipitously hired and have been working happily ever after. I also want to thank the Lake staff for taking me in 6 years ago and mentoring me along the way and helping me to figure out Readers and Writers Workshop and all the other things we're doing, like ICT and PLCs. And also the other 3 elementaries who 2 years ago welcomed Jenna and I to learn with them. And farms, because you took Writers Workshop and went farther than anybody thought we could go in 1 year. Congratulations and thank you for taking me on that ride. And I'm looking forward to a K-6 journey with you again this year and a little bit of work at 7-8. I'm ready to learn. You'll have to be patient with me. So thank you, everyone. I want to thank technology for constantly bailing us out and bailing me out today and taking good care of me. Thank you. And the secretaries and the support staff and the custodial crew, everyone who makes it possible for us to do what we do every day. Thank you very much. So with that, we have to watch this video clip to get my speech. So it's Rocky. Everybody loves Rocky. So I chose that video clip because I believe, as Lucy Calkins says, that we're in the horse race of our life. We're in a race to define teaching as a profession or be defined as a business by political pundits and profiteers. The business model values data to implement sanctions. It views our work in old paradigms where a quiet classroom and a covered textbook are expert teaching. The business model sees teachers less important than teacher-proofing the materials, and some of them believe they can fire their way to Finland. But we are better than that. We are a profession. In order to be viewed as a profession from the outside, from life, we have to accept that the status quo is no longer acceptable, that we have to become lifelong learners, and that our union must lead us through the changes necessary to ensure that all students are highly literate. In order to be considered a profession, the status quo is no longer acceptable. Richard Allington recently published 40 years worth of research saying the number one most important thing in the classroom to student achievement is the teacher. We know that IQ is not fixed. New brain plasticity research says we can increase IQ with expert teaching. We know that 90-90 schools are successful because of expert teachers. They are 90% free and reduced lunch, 90% minority, and 90% proficient because of teacher expertise. And we know that reading recovery teachers ensure that 8 out of 10 of the lowest first graders become proficient readers in 12 to 20 weeks because of their expert teaching, reflection, and professional development. We know that 85% of the jobs today require high levels of literacy, and probably 15% of our students are prepared for those levels. So the status quo is no longer okay. We need to ramp up our teaching expertise. And when we think about expert teachers, they teach lessons based on best practices, depth of knowledge, substantive conversations, collaboration and reflection, and they share their frustrations and brainstorm solutions with colleagues. They don't give up because they're better than that. We all need to pledge to our students. If you come to school, we'll make sure you get there. We'll assess and diagnose and design instruction that gets you there. We have 13 years to do this work together. If we work together, we don't have to give up on any children because we're better than that. We are a profession. In order to be viewed as a profession, we have to become lifelong learners, collaborative lifelong learners. We must stand on the shoulders of research, pedagogy, and accept that the knowledge base in education is growing and changing every day, and so we have to read, reflect, and adjust our teaching practices. We need to learn from each other and to lead each other. We must work for coordination in our instruction and our language K-12. The Common Core standards can be viewed as this oppressive mandate, or we can seize this opportunity to do some really dramatic school reform, the kind that matters for kids, the kind that ensures that they'll be successful. The Common Core standards are a chance for us to hold each other accountable, to say, that's not our focus anymore, but we'll help you. We'll work together. We'll be collaborative. We'll do professional study. We'll reflect on our practices and help each other. Principals can't make this happen alone, and frankly, we don't want them to, right? Because we don't want to be voiceless in the process. We are a profession. In order to be viewed as professionals, our union must support this work. So we need flexibility in our contract language, allowing creativity, scheduling, staffing, and some out-of-the-box ideas. Our organization needs to broaden their view of teacher expertise to include not only building and grade level data, but individual teacher performance based on averages of student growth and implementation of best practices. We need to value leadership and collaboration, ongoing professional development, quality classroom environments, and professionalism with colleagues, students, parents, and the community. No Child Left Behind is an $87 billion failure that proves you can't bypass this profession. We need our union to be public with the incredible work we do. We can whine and cry about how tough it is, how unfair the pundits and profiteers are, how people just don't understand what we do, that parents aren't helping or lack involvement, that students don't do their homework, or that students are LD, SLI, full high, I don't know, you had the descriptor. Or we can get up and we can keep moving forward, gaining respect because of our profession. So please, get up, stand up. If you have been observed or observed a colleague to improve your instruction in the past 2 years, please, get up. Get up. If you stay standing, please. Get up if you have led professional development or trainings in any curriculum area. Technology, literacy, math, science. Get up if you've participated in a before or after school PD session or summer training, have gone to a conference or workshop outside the school day. Folks, that's how winning's done. We are a profession, and we can be successful and respected. As you head off full of New Year resolutions, I hope you'll be inspired to keep moving forward, to teach like the status quo is not okay, to expect colleagues to be co-lifelong learners with you, and to support the union as they lead us through the changes needed to ensure that every child is highly literate, because that's how winning's done in our profession. Thank you.